Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina or Kat and this is Infinite Wellness Within. In today's pick a card reading, our topic is a blessing you've been waiting for. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that is not me. All right, a blessing you've been waiting for. You know, I feel like these are your three cards right here, so let's go ahead and take them. Which one was it? I think it was this one. Okay, so group number 1, you have building blocks number 28, and you also have the citrine crystal. Group number 2, you have treasure island number 9, and you also have the kyanite. Group number 3, you have TikTok number 30, and you have the Selenite. Please take your time choosing your card or cards. It's perfectly fine to choose more than one if you're drawn to more than one. The important thing is that you listen to your intuition and just, follow your intuition. And I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the citrine, and your card is building blocks in number 28. So when I look at this card, I can clearly see that you've been working very, very hard on something, towards something. I feel that you're very, very dedicated, very, very motivated to accomplish something related to what I'm seeing being built here. And it looks like you have built a really, really strong foundation. And I feel like you've had a lot of patience. It does feel like at this point you're kind of waiting, or kind of sitting there waiting and saying, okay, when is everything else going to fall into place? When am I going to get my reward? And first of all, with number 28, I'm seeing that that is going to be arriving fairly soon. For some of you, it could be within 2 months. For some of you, now I feel like it's somewhere around 2 months. And, I see these blocks falling from the sky. And so I feel like everything is going to just land in the perfect place at the perfect time. So what you're looking for, okay, this blessing that you're waiting for, it is going to arrive, and it's going to arrive in just like this perfect, well-rounded way where everything, every little piece is just going to fall into place just absolutely perfectly. So one thing that I'm hearing, a little bit of kind of like a warning or just a heads up, Spirit is saying to be aware of anything that could be a distraction when everything does fall into place, or if you have something that is a little bit distracting right now, that could need to be resolved before everything can fall into place. So yeah, just kind of a little side note there. We'll see if anything comes up regarding that particular situation with your other cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards. Okay, I feel like, okay, and this one wants to come out too. So let's see what you have. Rainbow and Hope number 6. Okay. This is interesting because number 6 is really catching my attention because that corresponds to the Lover's card in the tarot deck. And I feel like you might have a decision to make regarding something. So that could be that distraction that I was talking about where you need to decide. Some of you might be at a crossroads with something and you need to make a decision about which way you're going to go. I feel that it's very, very clear which direction to go, because if you look at these two paintings here, or drawings, whatever they are, this one's very clear and this one's very foggy, just like there's something that's unsure about this one. So Spirit is saying to look at all of the details and make an informed decision. This could also be something about like making decisions regarding the last few pieces falling into place over here. So whatever this decision is, Spirit says just go into the decision with a clear mind. And, you know, if you listen to your intuition, it's going to be blatantly obvious which direction to go. And Spirit, whoa, excuse me. Okay, anytime my voice does that, there's something that needs to be released. So definitely, I think part of what needs to be released could be any apprehension, any feeling that maybe your dream is not going to come true, but it is coming true. Okay, so just remember that. And if you do need to release anything in your life that is a distraction, Spirit says just know that those uncomfortable feelings are temporary and you won't feel that kind of emptiness or did I make the right decision with letting something go. You're making the right decision, okay? So things are going to come into more balance for you. Okay, so you have never give up, number 24, phrases and motivation. And, you know, this is really interesting because you have hope here. You have never give up. So I'm kind of picking up that maybe some of you are on the brink of giving up. And to me, it's kind of surprising because I'm seeing what you've built here and it's so beautiful and it's amazing and all the pieces are coming together. Now, I feel like you've kind of built this down here, and I feel like these blocks that are falling from the sky are those things that you're waiting for to come and kind of complete everything. And if you see, look at how close these are to actually falling on the structure here. So I feel like there's something really, really close. So yeah, if you're on the verge of giving up, Spirit says, please don't. You have free will, of course. You can do, you know, what you choose. But there's something that is so close. All right. Okay, see, look, I mean, look at this. This right here, I feel is that blessing that you've been waiting for. And do you see here, hope, don't give up, or never give up, and then keys, open doors, key, opportunity, number 17. So, you know, 17 corresponds to the star card. So this is that blessing that you've been waiting for. And it's right here. Like, it's literally right here next to never give up. So just keep that in mind. Let's look at your other cards. Okay. Let's look at this one first. So you have peace. Okay, so you're going to have peace of mind once this shows up here. This is your blessing. You're going to have peace of mind. You're going to be glad that you waited. You're going to be so glad that you did not give up on this idea, on this journey, on this direction you're going in. And I feel like there might be multiple opportunities that come in, excuse me, that come into your life. I feel like you might be able to choose, like, it seems, I don't know, I'm not getting a clear view. I'm just seeing like there's multiple things and you can say, okay, let me choose between these three things here. And then you're like, yeah, I'm going to go with this one, or I'm going to go with this one here. So there could be multiple options. Like for instance, if you're trying to find a new job, you could have a new job opportunity. Anything else, there could be multiples coming in and you would have to choose between these things. Okay, so you have spirit guide. So first of all, you're not alone going through this process. I feel there is someone literally right there next to you helping to guide you. And I'm seeing someone kind of whispering in your ear about this here, especially this one here, never give up. And I'm also picking up your intuition here. And I feel that this has to do with a decision that you may have to make regarding an opportunity or opportunities, plural, that show up for you. So definitely just tap into your intuition. Don't worry about making the right decision with these opportunities coming in. Because I feel like there's one thing over the other that's going to sparkle a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit brighter. It's going to resonate with you a little bit more. And Spirit is saying, go with that one. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? We're looking at a blessing that group number 1 has been waiting for. All right. Okay, so this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a very, very, okay, well, there's a couple things. This is very much a success card. So if you have any worry about finances, you're going to be fine. You're going to have an abundance of finances coming in for you. Another thing I'm seeing here, well, okay, I'm seeing so many things all at once. You're very protected. You see this dog here? I feel your spirit guides, a spirit team is protecting you. And also what you started building here, it's coming together. And the 10 of Pentacles, this is something that has a very, very strong foundation, which I mentioned with your first card. So Spirit says, keep building things the way that you're building them. Things are going to come together. People are going to come together if there's any, any kind of community or anything where you need other people to join you in whatever it is that you're building here. That's going to happen for you. You're going to be very, very widely recognized for something and respected. There's a lot of respect for what you are doing, what you're creating, and this path that you're going on. Okay, so here you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so things are going to balance out for you. And look, once again, here you're receiving what you have been waiting for, which is then going to open this door right here. So isn't that interesting that you have literally keys here and then you have a door here and you're actually receiving something here. Now, there's an abundance of what you're looking for. It's not like you're just going to get one thing. Like you're not going to just get one block here and then the universe is going to be like, all right, figure the rest out yourself. No. If you look here, this person has a bunch of apples in this little carrier. I'm not sure exactly what it's called in this cloth here. And then you also have more fruit up here. So there's abundance coming into your life, and it's not just, random things coming into your life. This is exactly what you're looking for. Exactly what you're looking for. Okay, this is that blessing that you've been waiting for. The High Priestess. Yeah, so I feel like it to you, it either right now feels like there's some sort of blockage or you felt that in the past. This is coming to an end. Remember I said something about 2 months and then the High Priestess is number 2. So I feel like that is confirming that something could definitely happen for you within 2 months. And that missing piece of information, that missing key, oh my gosh, she's literally holding a key. I just noticed that. That key is coming into your life. And what did I tell you? There's going to be more than one key. And now you have a key right here and you have a key right here. Okay. So yeah, I'm just hearing hang in there because whatever is lacking right now, it's literally on its way to you. Like I'm seeing some sort of, I guess I could call it like a plane that is literally flying toward you. And I just heard for some of you, that plane is going to pick you up and then take you somewhere. So maybe there's travel in the future for some of you. Some of you could be moving into a new home. Maybe you've been saving a lot of money over here and you're hoping to get a home in the next couple of months. Whatever it is, there's something on its way to you. So, okay, now you have the Knight of Wands. This is another travel card. This is another action card, movement. And this is movement toward something that you're very, very passionate about. And I do feel like there could be some sort of issue that pops up, some sort of, it's this here, what I was seeing right here, where there's like a lack of movement or something feels stuck. And I could see with the Knight of Wands that that's very upsetting for you because you want to go, go, go. You want to get this thing going. You want to enjoy whatever it is that you've been building here. Okay, so this is temporary. This is going to change, kind of the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands together. So very soon you're going to be able to move forward, because what's happening is you're picking up the two keys here. And technically you have keys, so the word keys here, the word key here, and then you have two actual keys. So there could be 4 opportunities, 4 different directions you could go, 4 different things you could accept. Or that could even mean for some of you that you'll have like one thing here. Like, let's say if you just started a business, maybe you'll have 1 client here and then another client and then 2 more clients. And that's exactly what you need to jumpstart something, because then you're going to get word of mouth. Okay, so there's a couple different things that all these keys could mean here. But yeah, you're going to be moving forward and quite unstoppable. So you're also resolving any problems that you may be experiencing right now. So we have the Page of Swords. Once again, this is a card that's very fast moving. This card doesn't like to sit and wait around for things to happen. So I feel that's, a bit of your energy where you want to get things done. You don't want to waste any time. So again, this is probably why I was feeling that in the very beginning. But what's happening here? There's some sort of communication coming in. There's some sort of clarity that's coming in. Now, look right above here to the Peace card. If you see this light here, it's kind of like enlightenment, getting the answer. And that is what is creating this peace here. And it's coming from the Page of Swords. There's something going on with these two people looking at each other, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. So I feel what this means is what I was saying earlier, to keep doing what you're doing, keep building this foundation over here, and keep moving forward as much as you can, because as you keep moving forward, these two forces are going to connect. So you want to be prepared, you want to be ready for this answer that comes in here, because then you're going to be like off to the races. You're going to be able to move forward. So you don't want to be just kind of, lazing around and feeling sad or depressed or anything like that, because things are about to happen. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, and this is showing that things are going to start happening for you, because what this is you basically building a strong foundation like we see over here. So this is confirmation for what I just said. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep grinding, keep putting in that effort, that energy, because you're gonna get noticed. And anything that was missing with the 3 of Wands, everything is 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Interesting that I said the 3 of Wands. Because with the 3 of Wands, everything is coming towards you. Everything you've been waiting for is coming towards you. But with the 3 of Pentacles, anything that was missing for you to continue your work is also coming toward you. And it's interesting because this kind of looks like a doorway right here. So maybe you'll have multiple doors to go through, especially because you have 2 doors here on the refrigerator. So yeah, definitely you have a lot of synchronicities in this reading. Okay, yeah, see, now you have the 4 of Wands, and this is literally showing you that everything has come together. If you look at the 4 of Wands up here, they're all tied together. And again, you have a doorway here. So I feel like you're walking either literally into a doorway, like into a new home, a new office, a new job, a new contract, or you're like leaving this waiting period behind and stepping into your future, basically. I feel that someone's going to welcome you with open arms into some sort of community, because I feel like these two are saying, welcome, join us. And there's also a celebration. So people are celebrating you. I'm also seeing the doves here. So you're going to feel a lot of peace. Whatever this is, this new environment, it's very peaceful. It's very welcoming. You feel very comfortable there. You feel very welcomed. People respect you. People really enjoy having you around. So this can be anything. This could be like a new workplace. This could be if you are Like if you have a service or a product or something like that, or if you have an online presence, you know, like this community that you're building doesn't have to be in person. It could be on like social media, things like that. All right, what else? So yeah, I love this. You have the Temperance card. Now, what's interesting about this Temperance card? So this is showing that everything is coming together. And that there's going to be, it's like a reciprocal energy that I'm getting between you and something else. And it's definitely connected to this Four of Wands over here. Now, what's interesting with this Temperance card, in the traditional decks, you have the two vessels here. And in the traditional decks, the person holding the two vessels is kind of, you know, allowing them the liquid in the two vessels to mix together. But here, this person has just arrived and is standing in the water and is getting ready to fill the vessels with water. Very, very significant given your situation that you're here, over here you have the vessels, you know, metaphorically speaking, and you're just waiting for the water. You're like, okay, where do I go? Is the water going to come to me? Do I need to go to it? Because remember, I saw for some of you, there's a plane coming to pick you up and then you're going somewhere. So that's exactly what we have going on here. So this is that blessing that you've been waiting for. The water down here is that blessing that you've been waiting for. The Two of Swords. Yeah, so the Two of Swords can indicate a delay, which is exactly what I said earlier. Sorry, that was kind of a tongue twister for me. And look at where it's landing, right below the High Priestess, where I said it feels like there's some sort of blockage or delay, like you're lacking a piece of information, you're lacking something that will take you forward and take you where you want to go. The other thing that's interesting, remember the High Priestess is number 2. Obviously, the Two of Swords is number 2 here. And then remember, you have the 2 doors here and the 2 doors here. So there's definitely something going on with the number 2. So this can indicate that 2 months that I talked about earlier. For some of you, it could be 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm hearing that it could be 2 weeks. That still falls within the 2 months. And for some of you, oh, I see what's going on for some of you. Okay, for some of you, there may be a person who is a distraction. Remember I talked about that distraction, and you could be going back and forth, back and forth. Do I have a conversation with this person? Do I put this person on pause in my life? Do I, you know, take this person completely out of my life? It could also be that you have, let's just say for instance, that you have a job and you're saying, do I keep my job or do I quit my job so that I can pursue my passion? So do you see how there's kind of that theme where some of you might have to cut the cord regarding a person, place, thing, or situation? So not all of you, but some of you, that is that thing that's holding you back, and you have this big decision to make about that. But what I'm seeing is that pretty much as soon as you make that decision, everything opens up. So that's for those of you who have this thing lingering around you. And for others of you, this Two of Swords is just showing that you're experiencing these delays and you're like, okay, is all my hard work going to pay off? Yes, it is. Yeah, see? Here you have the Knight of Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacles here. Well, I mean, you have 3 cards that are Pentacles, but it's really standing out to me because you have pretty strong cards of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. And again, this is showing, oh, and also the 3 of Pentacles here. This is showing movement. So, okay, here's the thing. So you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Let me make sure you can see these because these tarot cards are a little bit, they're kind of tall. I really like this deck. They're, but they are a little tall. Okay, so here's the thing. You have the Knight of Wands here, which is you like saying, okay, let's go, let's get going. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles here. This is a slower card. So I feel that things are going to happen for you. Absolutely they are, but I feel like it might be a little bit slower than what you would prefer. However, there's like this fine balance that needs to happen here because of how you've built everything over here. You took your time, you were very, very thoughtful, and that is exactly what needs to happen going forward. So just know that patience is going to be your best friend right now. Things are happening, things are in motion. And I'm seeing so much progress here. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles here. You also have the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So opposite ends of the spectrum. So this is showing progress. It's just slow progress. And another thing, let me grab this card real quick. Excuse me. I didn't see this earlier, but so you have the two doors here. Now, this person is handing this child an apple. Well, the way that I saw it when I looked at it just a second ago is that this kid is actually reaching for the door. But the apple is the distraction that some of you need to get rid of so that you can take that last step toward the door and open the door and then move forward and go after what it is that you're seeking. All right, the Judgment card. Yeah, things are going to happen for you. Things are shifting. This is you feeling like, oh my gosh, things are finally in motion. You have received this communication or this thought or this clarity that you needed so that you can move forward. And you've taken some sort of action regarding that communication that you received. And then here you have received your wings, so then you can fly to wherever you want to go to. Okay, so this is like your new beginning here. So let's look at your last card, and also you have peace when you arrive here. Okay, see, now you have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, this could definitely have something to do with work. Some of you are starting your own business. Some of you started like a side hustle over here, and you're saying, okay, you know, I've put in all this work. When am I going to be successful? When will I start making money? It is on its way. Keep doing what you're doing. Literally just keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused. You see how focused this person is? And remember I said there could be something or someone who's distracting you. Okay? Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let your ego get in the way and say, oh, maybe you're not going to be successful. Maybe, you know, I'm not worthy or whatever. Just get rid of all of that. That is a distraction in itself. You will be successful financially. That money is going to start rolling in. It is going to be a little bit slow at first, but you will be doing fine financially. So I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the Kyanite crystal, and your card is Treasure Island and number 9. So I feel that something is definitely coming toward you, but I feel like it's been a long time coming, that you've been waiting for a while. And it also, I'm getting the sense that there's something coming to the surface, because I can see down here that the hearts and stars up here are also under the water. So I feel like something is emerging and something's like coming toward you at the same time. And with the turtle, yeah, it feels like it's not arriving as quickly as you would prefer, or it's coming from far away. I'm also getting that where it had like a long distance to get to you, and it's been like a long journey. So that could be showing that a journey that you have been on has been very, I'm feeling like it's very taxing. You've been very tired, But what I'm seeing is that there is a finish line that's coming up pretty soon, especially because you have number 9 here. So that's indicating to me that you're just on the edge of closing one door and opening a new door, or starting a new chapter, which would be this blessing that you're waiting for, that is arriving. And you can see this is literally your blessing right here. So I feel that it's very, very close. And I feel also that before you may have been in like deeper water than is right here, because I can see what looks like sand down here. And so I feel that pretty soon you won't have to struggle by trying to stay afloat, because you're going to be able to stand up on your own and just walk to shore. So yeah, that is what I am seeing here. Spirit also says that you're on the right track. Like you're on the right track, you're on the right path. Keep going. Things are going to change for you fairly soon. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? A blessing you've been waiting for. Group number 2. All right, this one caught my attention. And can we have one more card, please? Ooh, look at that one. Okay, so you have Lotus Flower Enlightenment number 27. Isn't this interesting that you have the letters here? And also here, there's something coming toward you. So some of you may be receiving some sort of communication. You may be receiving a letter in the mail. The letter could also signify an email, a phone call. But whatever this is, I feel like it's bringing you the enlightenment that you need to understand that, yes, in fact, this blessing is on its way to you. Your wait is almost over. And I feel like you're going to be opening something, because here you would open the letter, and then here the treasure chest is open. So I feel that whatever it is that you're going to be opening here, it's exactly what you need to receive this treasure here. So let's see if we can get more information about this. So we have dice chance number 19. I feel that, first of all, with the rear view mirror, your problems are going to be in the past, especially how here we can see this turtle like moving somewhere, going somewhere, and I feel like the turtle is getting closer to shore. Just like you are, you're getting closer to that point where you can actually stand up. And once again, this is a car or a vehicle. So again, there's something about travel. All 3 of your cards so far are showing travel. On the dice here, you have the number 4, you have number 3 here, and number 6 here. So those numbers may be significant for you. And with chance, I feel like there's something going on where you may say, oh, wow, I was in the right place at the right time. And, you know, it was just by chance I received this communication, or just by chance this or that. But in your situation, nothing is by chance. Nothing is by chance at all. There's definitely a divine order to everything that's going on for you in your situation. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of synchronistic lining up of events that's going to be happening here, where things come together for you. And also something that's really interesting is this is number 19. So that corresponds to the sun card in the tarot deck. And I was getting this feeling of enlightenment, like the sun is shining on like an answer. It's going to highlight an answer for you. But over here, you also have enlightenment. So if things aren't making sense right now, if you're kind of in the dark about, you know, where to go from here, or in the dark regarding communication from someone, that is going to be changing for you. And I feel that is the catalyst for you to be able to stand up in this water and kind of like take control of things. Because I feel when you were adrift at sea, you felt kind of out of control, because you can't control, you know, the waves, and the waves will push you this way and this way. And some of you may have been going back and forth, where you made a little bit of progress and then you were back here, and then you made a little bit of progress, and then you were back here. And then it's kind of like you were inching along very slowly trying to get to where you want to go, but that's changing for you. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Answers. Okay, do you see how here you're getting enlightenment, you're getting enlightenment here, you're getting answers here, and also you have all of these birds flying around you, which to me personally can also represent communication, something coming toward you. So I feel there's something also with all of the birds, because it's not just one bird, but there's a lot of birds. And it's not like you're getting all of the answers. Well, maybe you're getting all of the answers that you need to move forward, but there's something else going on here, more than it makes sense, more than you can now move forward. So let me keep that in mind as we look at your other cards, because I have a feeling I'm gonna see what that means. Oh, okay. So you have closure. Well, first of all, you're getting closure to this period in your life where you are, I feel some of you are, I don't want to say that you're in limbo, but you're kind of, it's not like you're in limbo. It's not exactly like you're waiting for something, which you are, but I feel there's something else going on here because I still see movement. So maybe you're treading water. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're treading water, waiting for something to happen. And what I'm seeing here, I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually a door right here in the center of the card. So first of all, you will be closing the door to this treading water. And that's when I feel like you're going to get close enough to shore where you can actually stand up and then walk onto shore. So it's going to be like sure footing. Something is going to be a sure thing. You won't have to wonder about something anymore. And then others of you, something which could be kind of secondary here, you will be receiving answers that give you closure to something that was going on in your life that was preventing you from moving forward. So for some of you, maybe that is the blessing, that everything that you're receiving here is the closure that you need to move on. So yeah, a couple different things. This is a very interesting reading. So let's look at your tarot cards and see what other information we can get. All right, what else can you tell us, especially about the information that we already have? Can you, oh, thank you. Can you kind of bring all of this together, please? All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, so you have the Three of Wands. This makes a lot of sense because you're waiting for something or you're treading water. Because I feel like, you know, there's such an interesting dynamic. It's either because your situation is very, very complicated, or there's a lot of people watching this particular group and everyone's situation is slightly different, because I feel like you're still going about life. It's not necessarily like you're stuck or stagnant, but at the same time, it's kind of like you're going nowhere fast, where you're treading water and the tide is so aggressive that you kind of get pulled in this direction. You know, like I gave that example earlier, and it's like every day you may move an inch forward, but you would prefer to go a mile forward. So, yeah, there's something very interesting going on here. But what's interesting is that here something's coming toward you. And it seems like whatever's coming toward you is enlightenment, answers, information that you've been waiting for, correspondence that you've been waiting for, which would then give you closure where you get out of that loop of the tide kind of dictating where you go and when you go and how you get there. Yeah, look at that. You have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, this is literally what I've been talking about, where, you know, it's not necessarily like you were stuck, because the turtle is in the water, and you know, the turtle can, you know, sustain itself in that current. But for you, that situation wasn't ideal for some reason. So this is what is coming to an end. And it's because of this here, because of this enlightenment that's happening. And so with the Eight of Swords being below the dice and chance card, I feel that there's something that happens just that changes everything overnight. Where, you know, it's kind of like if you're waiting for some sort of correspondence and you're wondering, you know, or maybe you don't know that there's something in the mail that's coming toward you, and then you say, oh, what's this? And then you open something, and then all of a sudden you get the answers that you are seeking. So let's see what else we have. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, so something's going to start making sense, because in this particular Five of Wands, there's unison. Everybody's on the same page, and it's kind of like this person right here. It's like, oh, finally, like I can breathe easier. Because in the traditional Five of Wands, it's like there's miscommunication, there's a lack of like information, nobody's listening to the other person, but here everything's flowing very, very well. And do you see how it's lifting you out of feeling stuck? It's also interesting with this Eight of Swords that this person is about to step into the water. And then your very first card is, you know, the ocean here. So yeah, things are starting to come together for you, and it's going to be a huge blessing. Okay. Oh, I am seeing something now, which is kind of tying things together. Remember, I knew there was something else with the answers card. Well, this Five of Cups, if you notice, there are 3 cups overturned here. Yes, it's all coming together. And then there's 2 cups here that are right side up. So what this is saying, along with the dice card and the rear view mirror, something came to an end, which would be these 3 cups here. Especially because if you put this where the rear view mirror is, you would be looking exactly right here where these 3 cups are. So it seems like you could be stuck on something that happened in the past, something that maybe you weren't expecting, something that came to an end, something that caused a lot of disappointment, for some of you, anger, maybe a feeling of helplessness, the way that things kind of slipped through your fingers. And I feel like you're wondering, why did this happen? Everything seemed to be going so well, and then everything fell apart. So with this information that's coming in, you will be receiving the answers as to why this happened. And you will see that in the end, what was lost here really didn't hold as much value as you thought that it did at the time that you lost it. That doesn't mean that this wasn't difficult, but it's like something, and I'm not trying to minimize the discomfort that you're going through, but it's more like, okay, you know, I guess that was difficult, but I need to let that go because I have better things that are coming toward me. So then that's when you receive this closure. That's when you can close this door and move on from something. So for instance, I'm feeling like, let's just use a simple example, and then you can just plug your own situation in there. Let's say that you were looking for an office space and you found like the perfect space, and then all of a sudden it has water damage, so you can't move in there. You're like, oh, that's so upsetting. That place was absolutely perfect. And so you're grieving for a little while, you know, if let's say you're starting a business or you're moving your business to a new location and it would have just been perfect. So you're like holding on to that and you're saying nothing's going to match up to that ever, ever, ever. Well, then you go and, you know, a couple weeks later, you start looking again and you find something that's even better. And it turns out that it worked out in your favor. I feel there's something like that that could be going on here, which would further explain the chance card. All right, so you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, so do you see here everything's coming together? You have the butterflies here. So there is a transformation out of this situation, this sticky situation where you feel like you are stuck. But what's happening with the butterflies is that your situation is transforming for the better. There's something about this situation here that was not to your highest good, but what's coming in is for your highest good, and you will see that. I know right now it's a little bit difficult, but it will make sense to you. Okay, so here you have the Ten of Pentacles. So what I just heard is that there's nothing better than what is on its way to you, especially because what is on its way to you is this treasure chest here, and you have the hearts and you have the stars here. So whatever it was that was lost here with these three cups, it could never live up to this value here that's coming into your life and this treasure that's over here. So there was something about it where it was very unstable. That's why these cups overturned during this storm. And that's why these two cups over here, which that's in your future with these cards here, that's why these did not turn over in the storm. So what is coming in has a stronger foundation, and it's a better match for you and what you're looking for. That's why you have two cups here, because it reminds me of literally the Two of Cups, where it's like this perfect pairing of things coming together. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm hearing that it's kind of like unbreakable, and you're going to look at this and just feel like you're in awe. Like, wow, look at what I have in my life. Look at what happened, especially after you've gone through this over here. All right, so you have the Eight of Wands. I feel it's happening pretty quickly for you. I also feel that once it does happen, there's no stopping it, where everything starts coming together very, very quickly. If any of you had any financial loss or anything like that, I feel that you're going to recuperate that loss. I feel that you're going to rebuild. And I'm also seeing that there could be people coming into your life that are very much more aligned with you and your goals and your values and your energy and just your vibe overall. Things, whatever it is, let's say if you lost a job, you're getting a better job, you're going to be around coworkers who you really align with, who you get along with, things like that. And I know some people don't really care that much about who they work with, but you know, if you have people around you at work who are miserable, you know, it would be more pleasant if people around you were pleasant. So, you know, just things like that. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay, now you have the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could have something to do with your sense of security. Your sense of security may have been taken away from you somehow, or it was lost somehow, like in a storm. So I feel some of you went through a breakup, and what I'm seeing here is that with the Ten of Pentacles is that, so when we look at the Five of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and also the Queen of Pentacles here, there was something, if this was a breakup for you, a romantic breakup, something just wasn't quite right about that. And I'm seeing that someone that you will meet in the future, especially with the Four of Wands here and the Ten of Pentacles together, I'm seeing that there is marriage in your future or a long-term commitment in your future, and possibly children or fur babies that could be coming into your future. You're much more comfortable. No matter what the situation, let's say that this has to do with work, you're going to find a job and an employer who supports you, who believes in you, who I'm seeing like there could be a management opportunity, or maybe you already are in management, then you could be moving up into a higher management position, a leadership role. If you're, you know, building your own business, something like that, you're going to be very successful. Things are going to come together for you. I'm seeing a lot of productivity, a lot of activity happening. And any worry that you've had, like you're no longer stuck. You're no longer confused. The Six of Cups. So there's a return to balance and synergy that's going to be coming into your life. I feel like you had false balance before with something where you thought something was very balanced. You thought something was going to last forever or for, long term. And maybe it did last for a long time, but it feels like something came crashing down, or something that you thought you had, like something was just almost in your grasp and then it was taken away from you. This is all for a reason. This isn't just because the universe wants to be mean to you. There is a very specific reason. There was something that was very faulty with this other thing. Or if maybe you were going along and you thought you were just like 2 weeks away from accomplishing a goal or something like that, and then something happened where now it looks like it's in the distant future. It's still on its way to you. And with the Six of Cups, I'm hearing unison. So with unison, I feel everything comes together all at once, or because I heard it with the Five of Wands also. What else is it? There's something else with this card in the unison where, everyone works together, but everything happens at once. There's like a synergy, but there's something else and it's not coming quite through yet. But another thing I want to mention with the Six of Cups is I feel that whatever this is over here, this is for some of you been like a lifelong dream. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. So don't get caught up thinking that it's not going to happen. It is. Yeah, look at that. You have the Ten of Swords right underneath the Five of Cups. So this is the important thing to know. What happened with the Five of Cups, this feeling of loss, this feeling of betrayal, being stabbed in the back, unexpected, whatever this was that happened here, it's not going to happen again. This, for some of you, is a lesson that you were just meant to learn in this lifetime. And I know that's going to make some of you angry because you're like, I'm done with lessons. I don't want any more lessons. I've been there. I know what you're talking about. I'm just the messenger here. So maybe it wasn't a lesson for some of you. Maybe somebody just did something terrible. Whatever it is, when you go into this transformation and you connect with these new people, these new structures, organizations, whatever it is, it's going to be opposite of this here. And that is exactly why you don't need to keep looking in the rearview mirror to see if something is following you from the past. Because whether this was a lesson or just somebody doing something horrible, it is over, it is done. It's like, close that door. That's why you're getting closure here. And if you don't have closure, Spirit says, do your best to get closure. Because where you're going, it's on the up and up. People are who they say they are. Jobs are what you expect they are. Your finances are going to come through the way you expect them to. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right. Yeah, exactly. You have the Six of Pentacles. So this is balance. This is a very reciprocal energy. So any energy that you put into something, you will also receive that energy back. And something I see is coming out in your favor. There's the scales of justice right here. I don't know if you can quite see that, but they're there. So if any of you had like any wrongdoing or somebody did something wrong to you, I feel that I'm definitely feeling like that person's going to get their karma. So the laws of karma will definitely be there. But I'm also hearing that that is no longer any of your concern because you want to get this closure and move on to these beautiful, amazing things that are waiting for you. So let's see what your last card says. Okay, so you have the Nine of Cups. Literally, this is what we're talking about. Our topic is a blessing you've been waiting for. This is your blessing right here. This is what you've been waiting for. The Nine of Cups is a success card. This is a dream come true card. Your wishes have come true. That transformation that you are waiting for is here with these two butterflies. So yeah, I feel like sitting on top of this mushroom, there's a lot of healing that's going to come in for you. There's a lot of stability, structure. I feel that I feel that you get closure and that you move on from something. So I kind of feel like, you know, this is your dream here. This is what you want, you know, this is like representative of what you want, no matter what it is that you want. I mean, yes, there's a family here. So if you want that, yes, that's going to happen for you. If you want a house, if you want a new job with this building here, that's going to come in. If you want more money, that's coming in. If you want more popularity or more business opportunities, more sales, anything like that, that is coming in. Because the 10 of Pentacles is a great success card. The 9 of Cups is a dream come true card. So do you see how these two are working together? So it's absolutely happening for you. And I really feel like it's not that far off. What you're looking for here is arriving over here. So I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have the Selenite crystal, and your card is number 30 and TikTok. So I feel that what's going on here is definitely something to do with divine timing, okay? I feel some of you feel like you've been waiting so long that it's not going to happen, especially because this looks like a desert down here. But Spirit is saying that it is going to happen. It's just going to happen at the right time. I feel that things are coming together for you, and it's literally just a matter of time. But with the number 30, I feel like it's very, very close, because this is showing that there's some sort of new beginning. So something could be coming into your life. I feel at any time now. And if you are curious, it looks like this clock says 10:07. And I feel there's a couple things going on here. Okay, so if you're worried that you've been waiting too long, whatever you're waiting for, it is not going to pass you by. You will still receive what you're waiting for. I feel that there could be a miracle that happens where you wake up one day and there it is. That's what you've been looking for. It finally arrives. And I feel for some of you, for others of you, something may have happened that changed your direction completely. Something unexpected could have happened where you were going one way and you thought things were going to happen, and then something happened to kind of throw a wrench in your plan, and now you're heading in a different direction, and you're kind of like, wait a minute, what just happened? Am I still going to receive these amazing blessings that I have been hoping for and waiting for? Yes, you are. It's just things need to balance out in your case. But either way, I feel that it's really not that far off. All right, let's see what else we can find for you. What else can you tell us for group number 3? I feel like these are your cards. Okay, never give up. This was in group number 1 as well, number 24. And then it says phrases and motivation. So, oh, and it's also number 240 right down here. I know it's like going to be impossible to see, but that is there also. So I'm feeling like you should have a higher perspective on things, see things from a broader perspective, see how things are going to come together for you. So I feel that could be talking about keep visualizing or start visualizing what it is that you want to see and how things are going to line up for you. I also feel like you could be receiving some sort of communication that's going to change everything, because this sign is making me, like, the way it comes together down here, for some reason I'm seeing like opening up like a card or a piece of mail or something like that. I mean, this right here is saying that you're going to receive this blessing that you've been waiting for. So definitely don't give up hope. Okay, so we have hello again, recycle, recover, and number 21. Okay, so what this is telling me, again, is like you're right on the edge of something happening. And do you remember, I'm telling you, how some of you were going in that one direction and something happened and just took you over here and you're like, oh, what happened? Well, you're going to recover from anything that threw you off course. You're going to recover from any delays, anything like that. And I feel with this bag, it's kind of saying, you know, pack your bags because you're about to head to your destination. You're about to head to where you want to go. Same thing with this here. It's like something taking you somewhere. I feel like there's something else with this card. Some of you started something and you had to let it go for a little while. Like, let's say if you were working on a goal and then you had a loved one who needed help, maybe you needed to take care of them because they were having some medical difficulties or any other kind of difficulties. So you put this on hold so that you could come over here, which is similar to that direction thing, right? Where something took you off course. And then hello again, it's like, oh, I'm back. I'm back to work on what I started. Okay, I feel like these cards. So you have friendship. So perhaps you will have new people in your life. This could have something to do with like your soul tribe. But the main thing that's sticking out here is that things are coming together for you. You're going to feel much better. You're going to feel much lighter. That is the main thing that's sticking out, is that things are coming together for you in this card. And there's something that's going to be very much aligned with like where it's exactly what you need it to be at exactly the right time. Remember divine timing coming in here, because I'm kind of picturing you over here in the desert, and this is what you're picturing in your mind because you see the person up here and this is what you're visualizing. So these two things are coming together. Let's see if we can get some more information on that card. Finding. Okay, exactly. Didn't I think I literally just said that you're finding what you want, what you need, you know, things are coming together for you. So, you know, it's interesting. You know what I'm getting here with the finding and the friendship card is that there are other people who are going to help bring things together for you. So this can be humans. So this could be, you know, your friends pulling together and helping you through this time. This could be spirit guides or loved ones who have passed on the other side, especially if you had a friend who passed on and who's on the other side. That person could be helping you with guidance, helping you stay motivated, helping you to find the answers that you need, or helping you receive intuitive downloads that you need. So some of you will be finding your soul tribe, like I said earlier with this finding card, but you see how happy this person is here. So you're finding exactly what you need, and your blessing is also finding you, but it's happening at the perfect time. But things are coming together, and there's a transformation, especially with number 21 on this card that corresponds to the world card. So definitely there's something about packing your bags and being ready for this new beginning. For some of you, that's literal. Some of you will be taking a trip or making a move somewhere, especially with number 30 here. You're right on the edge. This new beginning it's so close. It's so close. Your time is almost here. And it's a huge transformation. But I feel like it's exactly what you've been waiting for and hoping for. What else can you tell us? Thank you. For group number 3, please. Group number 3. Okay. The 7 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like some of you feel like time is getting away from you, or you've wasted a lot of time on something. I feel that you may be coming to the point where you're about ready to walk away from something, but there's something that's stopping you from doing that. And I feel this thing that's stopping you from walking away from something that you've been hoping for, that you've been waiting for, is your intuition saying, hold on a minute. hold on. Don't walk away from this yet, because I feel with the moon right here, right by the never give up card, I feel your intuition is talking to you saying, hold on, things are going to work out. It's just going to be at its own time, not exactly when you want it. Because, I mean, I know you still want it now, but it's like you would have preferred to have it, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, whatever it is for you. But it is still happening. So we have the Hermit card. Okay, so what this is showing me once again is that you are at the end of a cycle. I feel like this is a door or a window or a portal, whatever you want to call it. And this time of feeling boxed in and feeling almost panicky about something not being right, about things not being in alignment in your life, that is coming to an end. I feel you're finding the answers that you need to move forward, and you're recovering from self-doubt. I feel that's another thing that's going on, is you have a lot of self-doubt. Some of you may have imposter syndrome because things haven't worked out for you yet. So you're maybe doubting your skills, your talents, your ability to keep going, anything like that. But Spirit says, don't let that stop you from continuing with this dream that you have. So you have the Six of Swords. So this is showing that you're moving away from a very difficult time, especially emotionally, mentally. I feel it's been very, very taxing. But what's happening is you're recovering from this difficult time. Some of you could be having some sort of slowdown with your health or something like that. You're going to recover from that. Keep going to your doctor. I am not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. I'm just saying that came up. So for some of you, you could be finding the answers, and maybe your friends have been lifting you up during this difficult time. And so that could be saying that you're going to find the perfect person to give you the answers that you need to get over something, and it's going to happen at the perfect time. So we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, I love this so much, because this means that what you're looking for is also looking for you, and you're getting closer. Do you see how this is far away, and as you get closer and closer, it gets bigger? So yeah, you're definitely getting closer. I feel like you had some challenges for sure with these mountains back here. But I feel the pieces are coming together, and something is coming into alignment for you. Again, it's at the perfect time. Especially there's something about the sun being here where I'm seeing it's the perfect time, because you can't rush the sun coming up every morning. You just can't do it, right? And it's going to happen when it's going to happen. It happens at, around the same time every day. So it's like, I feel there's something where your heart is going to be fulfilled because of the heart chakra right here, that has the light shining on it, and then the sun. So these difficulties are coming to an end, and what you're looking for, like this missing piece in your heart, that is, that blessing that you've been waiting for, and it is coming into your life. Oh my gosh. Look at this, how this Princess of Cups has her hand right by the heart chakra. That is so interesting how I was just talking about that. Like, it's a little bit in between the heart chakra and the throat chakra, but it's definitely in the vicinity. So that's really interesting. So this is the Page of Cups. Didn't I say that you might be receiving some sort of communication, because this is a form of communication that can be coming into you, or, coming into your life. I'm also seeing this. This looks like a shell, and I feel like there's something going on, especially with the mountains on the Three of Wands card here, how the pearl is formed inside the shell. That doesn't happen just very easily. That happens because there are like these abrasive materials inside the shell. And then through this process, through this difficult time, this difficult process, that forms this pearl. So, and okay, don't quote my exact words on that, right? I'm not like a scientist, but that's how I remember it. So it's the same thing for you. The same thing is happening in your life where you're going through these challenges, but those challenges are somehow polishing something that you're doing or making you think about things differently, and you're finding the answers. You're like discovering some other way to do things, or maybe you had to clear up karmic ties with somebody, if you had to take care of somebody, or you had to, go take care of some other business. The important thing to know is that you're coming back. And it's all happening in this really interesting, very intricate timeline, because I feel if you look back a year from now, or 2 years from now, or for some of you 5 years from now, you're going to be able to connect all of these very, very intricate dots, intricate people, situations, one thing leading to another, and certain things that look like a disaster was happening when it actually played this integral role in you getting to exactly where you're supposed to be. And again, it's interesting because the heart chakra is very prominent. It's prominent in the friendship card and the finding card, the Princess of Cups. So clearly, this blessing that you're waiting for is something that is very much connected to your heart, to making you feel whole and centered in your life. So I feel those are the things that will be happening for you when you receive this blessing. Yeah, so you have the Hanged Woman here, same thing as the Hangman in other decks. And, I just keep getting this energy of the Pearl, within the Page of Cups here, where you're going through something difficult, but you're also learning something. It's very, very challenging, but you're getting the hang of something, pardon the pun there. There's a purpose to you waiting. Of course, it has something to do with divine timing, but there's something else. I feel the situation is very, very layered. If you look at these blue rings right here, something is very layered with your situation. Some of you might have a talent or a skill or something like that. And while you're waiting for some sort of communication for somebody that is interested in your talent or skill, what I see you doing is you keep practicing, you keep doing this thing that you love, and eventually someone's going to notice you. And it's interesting that you have the Hermit and the Hanged Man here, because both of these cards, especially in this reading, show me that you're right on the edge of good luck happening, of like a new cycle happening, death and rebirth. Enlightenment is definitely something. You're getting the answers. You're finding what you need to move forward. The Devil card. Isn't this interesting that the Devil card is going to go right below the Seven of Swords? I feel you have a lot of self-doubt. For some of you, there's someone in your life who is planting the seeds of self-doubt in your mind. But I feel for a lot of you, the self-doubt is from within. Some of you may think that you're not good enough to receive these blessings. You may think time is running out for me to receive these blessings. But the thing that is so interesting is that the Seven of Swords and the Devil card are right below the card that says never give up. So don't give in to other people who are questioning why you're waiting for something, why you're still working toward this. Don't give in to your ego that's trying to protect you, that's saying, well, you know what, maybe it's not going to happen. Don't listen to those things, because those things are wrong. And I really feel you've put in so much time and effort into this, whatever it is. It's not for nothing. Your hard work is going to pay off. We have the Four of Wands. Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that you're very protected. And I'm also hearing that it feels like a maze for some of you, like, trying to find your way out of a maze and out into some sort of freedom, and living this life that you not only want, but this life that you deserve. So I'm seeing that things are coming together here. I'm seeing, instead of it being a maze, things are very structured, and you can clearly see the way in and the way out, and how to build this and how to continue building upon this. Everything feels very transparent here, where you can see the ins and outs of everything, whereas where you are right now, it feels like everything is a little bit fuzzy and you can't quite see things, especially with the Hermit card, well, the Hangman and the Hermit card here, because you can't see through this window here, but here you can see through. And I feel this is also saying that pretty soon you're going to see how these building blocks are coming together and how you're a little bit further along than what you think you are. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords. Yes, this makes sense because this goes along with the Seven of Swords and the Devil card. I feel this is you going through those challenges. You see the mountains right here? So there's two mountains here. And then remember the two mountains and the Three of Wands? A little bit similar to the Princess of Cups mountains that we see here. There's a feeling of being in limbo or being stuck between two things. I just heard a rock in a hard place. Some of you are in a very, very difficult situation right now. If that's the case, turn to your friends to help lift you up. Because I feel very strongly right now, when you get into your head and you say, this is never going to happen, Spirit is saying, turn to people who will lift you up instead of people who are going to try to tear you down. It could even be yourself that's trying to tear you down. So get out of your head, basically. Another thing that this is telling me is that your worst fear is not going to happen. So if you're fearing that this blessing is not going to come to you, that's not going to happen. And what I'm seeing is soon enough, you will be leaving this thought process in the Nine of Swords because it's connected to the Six of Swords, which is you leaving this extremely uncomfortable thought process or feeling stuck. The Two of Swords. Okay, so there's something going on here about a missed connection, a missed opportunity, so close, but what's the saying? So close, but no cigar, or something like that, which basically means like you were so close to receiving this blessing and then poof, it just disappeared. Kind of like you were reaching for it and then poof, it went away. So what I'm seeing here is that any missed connections, any delays, any miscommunications, anything like that, there was a very specific reason for that happening. Yes, it's very, very uncomfortable, but for one reason or another, Spirit is saying that it was necessary. And I feel that there is something going on where if you put these two things together, the thing that you think or thought that you missed out on, there was potential for them to cancel each other out. So I'm trying to think of an example or something to give you more clarity on what that means. It's kind of like trying to mix what is it? Oil and water together. Are those the two things that don't mix? Am I saying that right? Well, I hope you know what I'm saying. If is oil and water, isn't it? They don't mix. It would be kind of like trying to put those two things together and it just does not work. Like there's other things that would go together much, much better that would get you to where you want to go much quicker. And so if anything fell apart, or if anything was put on hold, it's because you may have been going in the wrong direction, or you may have been trying to force something together just because it was there. And I'm not saying that, oh, this is here, let me just try this. It's more like, oh my gosh, this looks like what I want. And then you see red flags and in your mind, you're saying, ooh, there's a red flag there. And you're like, well, it's okay because it's here, so I'm just going to accept it. Right? So something like that could be going on. Or could have been going on. And I'm not saying that it was, I'm not saying that, you know, everybody ignored red flags. It's just kind of an example for you to say, oh, okay, I recognize how a similar situation is going on in my life. But this is what is coming to an end, especially because here there's something not working out, but here it is. Here it's coming toward you. All right, the Queen of Swords. Very, very interesting. Okay, so a couple of things going on here. You're receiving insight that you need. I feel that here you have not only insight on what you need, but you're realizing that this thing here had its faults. And maybe you're realizing that right now. Maybe you're saying, yeah, that's right. There were red flags that I ignored, and now I'm in this delay. That is okay. Lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. Now you're going to move on. And anytime something like that tries to come into your life again, you're going to put up your hand and your sword and say, not so fast. I'm protecting my energy. Look at this white light surrounding you here. So lesson learned. And you know what? You're still going to receive what you want, what you deserve. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. I also feel like there's something, you're learning something throughout this whole process. So for some of you, that was the lesson, to not ignore red flags. For others of you, it's more of coming into your power and being more confident in, you know, saying what you want and refusing those things that you don't want, that aren't to your highest good. Okay, so you have the Four of Swords. Now, what this is telling me is, in the meantime, while you are waiting for everything to come together, don't worry yourself so much that you can't sleep. Don't make yourself sick over wondering when things are going to happen, because things are going to happen for you. It's just in divine timing. And you will recover from anything that you're going through. I'm feeling that there's a lot of healing happening here, especially because you have the crystals here. Okay, so definitely a lot of healing within the mind, within the body. You're very protected also. I feel there's something going on here with strength, where you are getting your strength back, you're getting your hope back, you're getting your motivation back. Others of you are getting strength and clarity with your thoughts and a plan to move forward. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I hope this helped you. I hope it made sense. I hope it, you know, helps to keep you motivated. So if you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.